Alex Wallace here from Steel Health and Hormone Center, and I want to show you some blood work of somebody who used to do steroids for a long time and then came off of steroids cold turkey and completely. But as always, this is not medical advice. This should not be used to treat or diagnose medical conditions. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So this is an individual that was a competitive bodybuilder for over a decade. And as a result, in competitive bodybuilding, you do a lot of things to build a lot of muscle and then maintain a lot of muscle while you're in a calorie deficit. So this guy has been through the ringer in terms of drugs, and there was a little health scare. I'm not going to say too much about him, but more or less this individual came off all of that stuff. Everything has been redacted. You cannot identify this individual. I'm not even saying if he's my patient. I could have found this blood work on Reddit. So there you go for HIPAA compliance. But we're going to look at some of his hormones. We're going to look at some of his hematology so you can see what it looks like for some individuals, some people who were on steroids for a long time and decide to go cold turkey. So theoretically, this person was on steroids and then came off everything 9 months ago. So I can't really think of drugs that'll stay in your system longer than 9 months. I mean, nandrolone decanoate has a very long half-life. Maybe some metabolites of certain drugs will be in there, but I doubt he has any suppression from exogenous androgens currently. If I'm wrong about that, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. Let me know about some super, super long esters that maybe this dude has that's suppressing him. But let's just dig right into it. Looking at his hormones, the first thing we're going to look at is estradiol. So looking at the reference range, it is on the lower end. And this is not surprising once we get into testosterone. So estradiol is aromatized from testosterone. I literally just got into an argument on TikTok with some doctor on there. He's like, your body produces estradiol in your testicles and in your adrenals. Well, the testicles produce estradiol still via aromatase. Estradiol needs to be aromatized from testosterone. Estrogens need to be aromatized from androgens. So the fact that his estradiol is low and out of range makes a lot of sense because we're going to look right here at his LCMS testosterone test. His testosterone is 304. So some endocrinologists will look at this and be like, in the reference range, you're totally fine. Some urologists will look at that and say, hey, you're in the reference range, there's nothing to worry about. But if you're symptomatic, your testosterone is on the lower end, we treat guys like this. But his testosterone is 304. And since his testosterone is low, it makes sense why his estradiol is low. Free testosterone is 53.9, just inside the reference range. Bioavailable testosterone, 113.2, just inside the reference range. SHBG at 21, albumin at 4.6. This right here, if he is symptomatic, this is a great candidate for our office here. If this dude is symptomatic, his estradiol is out of his range, his testosterone is in our opinion, very low, and he's symptomatic. If he's symptomatic, we can treat this stuff. So this is, again, a dude that came off all androgens cold turkey 9 months ago. So there are a lot of people worried about your testosterone never coming back. And while in theory that is possible, in practice, most of the time, and in my experience, every time, if you come off of it long enough, you will have some testosterone production. Unfortunately, maybe some people have none, but in our experience, it always comes back if you put enough distance between your last steroid cycle and your test. There isn't a ton of blood work here, but looking at the hematology, we can see his hemoglobin, hematocrit, red blood cell count, all of those are within range. So oftentimes guys that have abused steroids for a very long time, or they're currently abusing steroids, we will see some erythrocytosis. Red blood cells go up, hemoglobin goes up, hematocrit goes up, but in this individual's case, enough distance has passed between abusing steroids and his actual blood test, and everything kind of looks pretty good. Again, going through his CBC, red blood cell distribution is in range, platelet count in range, everything is in range. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you can abuse steroids for a decade and then come off of that and be totally fine, because I don't necessarily believe that. But it is indicative that if you come off, your testosterone may come back. So again, guys, this is just some informative content for you. If you're somebody that has been blasting drugs for a very long time and you're interested in coming over to the light side, do me a favor, go on my website, Steel Health and Hormone Center, center spelled RE.com. Fill out a contact form. We'll be in touch within 24 hours. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.